Welcome to Unity Inspired Living. Our community began in 1989 as a small worldwide Unity book study group, and we've continued the momentum as an ever-evolving spiritual community. Each Sunday, you will find dynamic thought leaders delivering inspiring messages and talented musicians sharing sound healing through their melody. Here, we embrace ancient spiritual traditions, universal truths, and emerging wisdom. Let's check out this Sunday message. We're so grateful you've joined us.
All right, everybody, welcome in. We are so grateful to be here together. My name is Amy Vanling, and I am gratefully the spiritual director here. And I welcome you into our space, Unity Inspired Living, here on our our conscious platform. We get to tune in to conscious creation here and soul nourishment and all of the good things. And I'm grateful to be together. So we're gathering here. I'm inviting you gently into this space to slow down, to kind of get ourselves back on track, whatever's going on in the world around us, in our lives around us. Our time here is for grounding, listening, tuning in. Our theme this month, and this is our final Sunday of January, has been Courage to Begin Again. And I was thinking about this. Courage isn't always like having those first steps to begin again. Sometimes it's the courage to, keep stepping, continuing on your path. So the courage to stay present, maybe when novelty wears off, or the energy or the enthusiasm wears off or something. The courage to let things unfold slowly without force. So lots of ways to look at this theme. And so as we wrap up January and our theme, perhaps the question is not so much what do I want to start. Maybe it becomes what wants to be tended to or nourished. So thank you for being here and being on this journey with us. Today's service offers us kind of that space to say what wants to emerge and start from listening rather than pushing from pressure, just being present. So thank you for being here. We're going to come into our time together fully. I invite you to relax into this space and open into prayer here. Tune in however you do that. Maybe you close your eyes, maybe you just take a deep breath. So we're opening in gratitude for this day, for our community, for the divine gift of beginning again, beginning anew, continuing. We are thankful and grateful for the courage that rises when we gather in spiritual truth, when we tune into the Spirit of God. We acknowledge one divine presence, limitless, loving, ever present. We affirm that we are one with this presence. This strength of God is our strength. And we know boldness and clarity and inspiration are already active in us, within us. And so today we are grateful to be here together, and we bless Reverend Angelica, knowing her words and her music awaken us, ignite our spirit, and we are so truly grateful as we cover her in love. And we bless Jennifer, who warms our hearts. She brings us such warmth this morning, and we are full of gratitude and thankful and blessed. So we give thanks for the breakthroughs, the insights, the beginnings already unfolding for each one of us. And we release this prayer fully and faithfully into the great expanse of love, in love and for love, and as loving beings. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hear you tuning in. I see your names in the chat. Thank you. We welcome you. We are so grateful. And it is my joy to welcome back the divine, radiant Reverend Angelica Schafer with us this morning. She will be sharing with us both our morning message and our musical inspiration. So we are doubly blessed. Angelica's work creates a sacred healing space, and through her sound and presence and her ability to be such a deep tuned in listener. She supports us in so many ways in our community, and we are so grateful that we get to experience her today this morning. So thank you, Reverend Angelica, for saying yes and being here with us in our space. We are so grateful for the talk today, and there will also be an after service workshop. So please stay tuned when we complete here on our Facebook live stream. We'll move into the Zoom room, and that's where we'll continue with the workshop, Raising the Frequency. I'm very excited about this. And so we'll meet there at 11:30 Pacific time. So thank you so much, Angelica, for saying yes to us this morning. We're grateful. And we also have our glorious and special being named Jennifer here on our screen. She is here sharing our inspirational reading this morning and our prosperity and practice. So we are so grateful to be communing with all of you. Thank you for tuning in on the other side. We're so grateful to have this space to gather and thankful that you are on this journey with us. So I like to open with our mission statement to center ourselves on our shared mission. So just tune into what we're doing here at Unity Inspired Living. We are fostering love and wisdom, inspiring transformation, offering compassionate outreach, and embracing unity. So thank you for saying yes to this mission with us. We are blessed. We are blessed to be doing this work together. So I'm going to hand the screen over to Reverend Angelica because she is opening us with our community song. So take us away.
Thank you, Amy and Jennifer. So this song is a chant, and the Sanskrit part is the chorus, and it is very simple but very powerful words. So the words are Om Hamsa Soham. Om Hamsa Soham. And you can pick it up, no problem. So the sound Om means the cosmic sound of all creation. Hamsa is the swan, and it represents the soul, the breath. And Soham means I am that. So simplifying oneness with the universal, with the universal self, the Brahma, through the breath awareness and connecting us to the divine essence is what this chant is about. So I hope you will sing with me an Om Hamsa Soham. Breathing in, I feel the light. Breathing out, I take to flight. In the rhythm of the air, I find a presence always there. Om Hamsa Soham. Om Hamsa Soham. Om Hamsa Soham. Om Hamsa Soham. Like a swan upon the lake, graceful moves I start to make. Every breath a sacred song, guiding me where I belong. Om Hamsa Soham. Om Hamsa Soham. Om Hamsa Soham. Om Hamsa Soham. Breath, life, unity, serenity. Inhale peace, exhale the pain. Through this mantra I remain, centered in the here and now. To the divine I humbly bow. Om Hamsa Soham. Hamsa Soham. Om 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 Hamsa Soham. With each breath I understand I am that and that I am.
Mm, that is so glorious. You know, it's like uh, it's just you just let the vibration do what it knows how to do in that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Reverend Angelica. We are blessed.
Lovely.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you. We are going to hand the screen over to Jennifer. She has our inspirational reading this morning. Thank you, beloved.
Thank you, Amy, and thank you, Angelica. That was just so beautiful and just nice to have those words directing the power of our breath and the connection to the divine. Thank you so much. Mhm. Hello again. I'm here with your inspirational reading, which is from the Daily Word, and our word is brave. Made brave by the Spirit within, I meet the world with courage. Today, I will go within and gently inquire. How is fear stopping me from living the life of my dreams? I do this without judgment or self-recrimination. Rather, I regard myself with tenderness and compassion as I seek to welcome a fuller experience of life. After time in the silence and prayer, I deny fear has power over me. I affirm I am brave, confident, and deserving of a full life. Returning to activity, I feel confidence and courage build within me. I carry myself differently, ready to meet life, try new things, and not be daunted by uncertainty or fear of failure or embarrassment. The strength and power of God are mine. Carrying this truth in my heart, I know there is nothing to fear. I am brave. And what stands out for me in that reading is coming back to confidence and feeling that I deserve it. And through that, when I can establish that confidence and deserving, I know that I have the courage to begin again. Thank you.
Wow, that was beautiful, Jennifer. Thank you so much. And so perfectly fitting. Because we all need to be brave. We're all brave just to be here on this planet in this experience. Incredibly brave. We're all heroes.
I
So,
love that.
yeah,
Yes, it's true.
it's the truth, you know. Even if we feel broken, it doesn't matter. We're all heroes. So, so this
Thank you,
next song
beloved.
is, yeah, it's called Oceans. It's by Hillsong United, and it's just so fitting for these times. I love this song. You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes rise above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds us, you've never failed, and you won't start now. So I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of your love. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of your love.
Mm. I love that song, and I love your version of it. That was really precious and beautiful. Thank you, Reverend Angelica, for your depth, your reverence, your tenderness. We're
You
grateful for
know,
you.
that one was hard to sing without crying, because
Mm,
I'm really connecting to those words. There is nothing in this world, no political system, no leader, nothing, no activism, although that's all fine, but nothing can save us except that connection, this connection. That is all that we need.
I'm
And the monks
so,
remind people of that. The monks
that's
that
true.
walk for peace, 19 little guys, right? They are making a statement, and it's a reminder for all of us.
Yeah.
It's
And
the
all
only
that's going on around them at their stops too.
yeah,
I was surprised to experience some of that,
yeah,
just opposition,
amazing.
voices and stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's a great reminder. Thank you. Thank you for bringing us that reminder this morning. We're grateful for you. Okay, we are going to move and shift over into something new happening. Our prosperity in practice is going on now. Jennifer's here to guide us in this portion of our morning. Reminder that we are doing something new, and this is we're going to be working through the book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder. And so each Sunday, we're going to take a peek into how prosperity looks in practice based on some of the teachings in this book. So I'm going to hand the screen over to Jennifer. Thank you, beloved.
Thank you, Amy. And thank you, Angelica, for that powerful and beautiful prayer. Really appreciate that. Okay, so Amy just shared with us that we are studying Catherine Ponder, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, and this is week 2. And week 2 is your attitude toward money. And the prosperity principle is money responds less to effort and more to relationship. So before I continue, I'd like to invite you to connect with your relationship to your breath and feel how that centers into really connecting with how prosperous you truly are and always are. So let's start with a nice full breath of life, inhaling and pausing at the top, and then gently releasing and feeling yourself just centering a little bit deeper into your heart space. Prosperity principle, I'm going to read that again. Money responds less to effort and more to relationship. Prosperity in practice. Money itself carries no emotion. We do. If money feels heavy or tense, it's often because of the story we've learned to tell about it. Think about how differently life feels when we approach something with resentment versus respect. Catherine Ponder reminds us that money responds to appreciation, just like people do. This week, notice your inner dialogue. When you pay a bill, receive income, or even think about money, try offering a quiet blessing instead of a complaint. Not to force positivity, just to change the tone of the relationship. Breathing in and exhaling, and just connecting with that relationship and how that can serve you as your prosperous being flourishes. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. You know, it made me remember something I had read some time ago about it was like in the world of careers and jobs. And the number one reason people leave their job had nothing to do with their income or things you would think. It was appreciation. They did not feel appreciated. That was the number one. So if we just transfer that knowledge and that you can feel how that um, lands for somebody to be appreciated, like just transferring that to money abundance. That's powerful, very powerful. Thank you, Jennifer, for that. Okay, we're going to hand the screen right back over to Reverend Angelica for our final song this morning. Thank you, beloved.
Yeah, so this is a song. It's called This Is the Day by Jaya Lakshmi. And it's an invitation to really release. You know, I'm not just singing words, I'm actually going into the deeper message, the power that these words have. And it's an invitation to just contemplate, what would it be like if we really did throw everything into the divine fire? Every idea we have about ourselves, everything we've ever learned, everything we've ever tried to fix and manipulate and heal and, you know, change. What if we could just let it all go and just be in the unknown now moment, just as a raw presence? And that's what this song is about. So it's an invitation for us to contemplate, would we be willing to try that on? Just give it all up. Let it all go. All the worries, all the fear, everything. You know, if we're always in divine hands, why not, right? So. Now is the time when I let go of my fears, inhibitions and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my soul. This is the day when I throw it all away into the fire of the all-loving one. Now I have just what I need to be free, to feel who I really am. Here is the place where I fall into grace and release into the sweetness of your love. I surrender, I remember the light and the beauty that I am. This is the day when I throw it all away into the fire of the all-loving one. Now I have just what I need to be free, to feel who I really am. Samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May all beings live in peace. May all beings be happy and free. May all beings live in peace. Now is the time when I let go of my fears, inhibitions and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my soul. This is the day when I throw it all away into the fire of the all-loving one. Now I have just what I need to be free, to feel who I really am. I just had a little friend come check things out. He's called Merlin Ananda. He really likes to be in the middle of things. He has a beautiful tuxedo, and he's a wild guy that came in the summer, and I took him in, and he's been an amazing teacher. Look at this little face, that black and white yin and yang, and he is a wild little boy. and he just came to say hello. And he does it by stepping onto the keyboard and, batting my guitar.
Well, he's feeling the vibration too. It's like he's
Yeah,
attracted, like, let me get closer. Oh,
yeah, he's
wow.
amazing. He is just the most magical being ever. That's why I call him Merlin Ananda. Ananda is joy, bliss in Sanskrit. So the blissful wizard. And he's been teaching me to let go of control mechanisms, of ways that, because he crashes stuff from the shelves. He has invisible wings, so he's everywhere. And he destroys things and he claws stuff. And he's like, oh my God, so it was so difficult for me at first. I was going to give him away, but he was a gift. He is a gift. And so I learned to, instead of getting upset and reacting and yelling at him, no, I'm just like, I'm calm and I'm just holding him. I say, let's not do that right now. He's
grounding.
He's such a teacher. Oh my goodness. Really amazing.
Too cute to get upset with anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That was just absolutely beautiful, opening our hearts. Thank you for
I'm just
uh
glad it came at the end of the song instead of
and
the
all the-
middle.
well, we would have worked with it. Oh, thank you so much for just bringing that musical energy to us this morning, the vibration. And to Merlin, thank you, Jennifer, for your grounded presence and your thoughtful words and your
Yeah.
beauty and the soul that you share with us. Thank you for warming our space up with your essence. We love you and appreciate you. We'll see you on the live stream. Okay, Angelica, thank you so much for the vibrational space that you opened us with. It's just sacred and nourishing, and we're grateful. So I am going to gently pass over the space here to Reverend Angelica Schaefer as we move into the heart of the service. Our message this morning is the mystery of love and a courageous heart. Thank you very much, so very much, Reverend Angelica.
And thank you, Amy, for holding the space for this community. Doing a great job. So the talk is very, very deep for me. And as I pick a theme, I have to go into it myself really deeply. And so when I contemplate a lot, and when I contemplated on what is true love, boy, that is one deep space to dive into. Because in the end, what we come to, and spoiler alert, what we come to is that it is all of it. This whole dance of creation is an expression of love, no matter what it looks like. But that is a mystery that the human mind cannot understand. So we're just going to point to it a little bit. So one of the great sages in India, Nisargadatta, he said that wisdom is knowing I am nothing. Love is knowing that I am everything. And in between the two, my life moves. And while you are living, stay as close to love as you can. And Ram Dass shared, whether this is the first day of the apocalypse or the first day of the golden age, the work remains the same, to love each other and ease as much suffering as possible. And then a teacher that I just love so much and appreciate so much, Panache Desai, he said, if you can love what God made, you can live as God intended. That in itself is, I could talk on that one for hours. And then he says, if we want to live in the world that we know is possible, then we have to love the world that we have now. Now, let's reflect for a moment. How difficult is it for us to love the world that we have right now? How difficult is it for us to even love the upsets, the conflicts within ourselves? All those voices of criticizing, of, putting us down that we picked up from somewhere, or maybe it's just something the human mind does. I don't know. But all these conflicting things and energies in us, have we ever really been able to love, to truly love ourselves? Is this really good to be very honest? Let's just be super honest. And if we're super honest, we can see that we have outsourced love. We have been seeking it outside of us, in other people. Starting from childhood, we rightfully expected that those who raised us would love us unconditionally. And we've been searching for that and fighting for that ever since. So what if those human beings that gave us this body, this life that birthed us, and everybody else that we've met since then, didn't know what love was either? What if they simply are not able to truly understand love or truly express it? What if they're also just fumbling and searching for it outside? What if they also have forgotten that the source of that love that we seek so desperately sometimes, is actually within us. And I'm not saying it's that it's not possible to feel incredible love in the presence of a being, a human being, or an animal, or a child, a baby, whatever it is, or nature, or a beautiful sunset. Yes, it invokes that in us, but it generates from within us. The source of it is in us. So imagine for a moment there is this source of pure love and intelligence. And that is where we were birthed from, even before we were birthed into a human body. Now, that soul, what some people call the soul, or that spark, or that fractal of this divine, intelligent source of love, which expresses itself in basically infinite ways, infinite varieties. And I imagine that maybe in its other side, which is the void or the emptiness or the quantum, where all possibilities exist, where nothing is manifested yet outwardly, where all is just contained in this infinite consciousness. And there are no words for that, by the way. So we have words for the form, which we have become, and we have words for the essence of love, and the essence of, light and love, which is something, it's an energy, but we do not have words for that which is even beyond light and love, which is the source of all things. I would recommend you read again, if you haven't, the report of the near-death experience of Mellon Thomas Benedict. From all the different reports that I've read and NDEs, he has the most incredible account as far as he kept asking questions after he died, and he came back, by the way, to work here, to serve here, to share his knowledge and love for another 30 or 35 years. But when he passed away temporarily, he kept asking questions, and he kept asking even the light, what are you? What else is there? And so he kept going further and further and further. And each time he went into another realm, another layer of existence, he heard this sonic boom. So he was like pushed through these envelopes, through these layers. And he ended up in, I guess we could call it the dark light, or the emptiness, or the quantum, the source of where there is nothing expressed yet, the pure beingness. Again, words fail. But that is where we came from. So we were breathed out of that. So maybe that source in itself was contemplating what would it be like to experience love. And it had to have opposites. It had to have contrast. So a whole infinite creation was born, which expresses also in infinite forms, variety, to explore itself, to explore its own nature, to explore through contrast. Well, what is love? Okay, I need to experience what isn't love to even know what love is, right? So we have been, grieving. I mean, some of us maybe are angry at the world and the politics and what's happening on our planet that we're not consenting to. We might be frustrated and angry and have grievances, but what's underneath that? We're grieving. We're sad. We're sad because we know something else is possible, because we are that something else. It lives within us. We may have not been able to fully manifest it yet. But we don't need any more courses. We don't need any more self-improvement, actually. We don't need healing. We don't need to be fixed. We don't need to be any more further manipulated or search for anything else. Because the truth is, what we've been searching for is our very essence. And what if we just stayed with a breath? Let's take a breath for a moment and just watch the breath going into the airways and feeling that sensation as it goes into the body. And just being fully present with that one breath. So in that one breath, there is There is nothing else. That is the bridge to that infinite. That is what connects us, the form to the infinite. So if we could focus on the breath, keep breathing through it all. There's a song, through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with my soul. So let go, my love, and trust in her. The waves and wind still know her name. The waves and wind still know her name. Just that one breath. It's not out there. It's not out there. But if we can feel and really open to the grieving and the sadness and the disappointment that no one else out there, even our parents, our siblings, our lovers, our husbands, our wives, cannot love us the way we want to and crave to be loved. If we could just accept that, be with that raw truth, and it might shatter your heart for a moment. Let's breathe. Let's breathe with that. But just know the love you have wanted so desperately in all these other people and searched for it. I have. I searched in so many different places and relationships. That it's actually, that's the very essence of what we are, and that we can actually connect with that at all times through the breath, being aware of the breath, just being right here. And then kind of everything I look at turns into the beloved. You know, this computer, this keyboard, this guitar, this phone, this mixer, this cables that I have here. Everything, absolutely everything becomes alive, infused. It already is. It's just that I start to recognize that. And all these words, they are really just pointers. They're just meant to be a reminder, but they're also a transmission. So my intention is to, as I've calmed down my own nervous system from all its freaking out in this world, as I've calmed that down, all I want to do is be a transmission of the truth and just keep pointing to it. And yes, we use words, but in the hopes that someday people won't need them anymore. People will know the truth in their own heart. So sometimes I deliberately sit in the pain of the world. I actually open my heart to let it all in, not to defend it or try to go crazy over it. Just sit still and allow it to come to be as it is. And I might have tears rolling down like crazy, and my heart might ache, but I just stay present with it, and I breathe, and I allow it to be. That's what those beautiful Buddhist monks are doing. They're walking through the pain of humanity as a present, silent statement of the truth, of love. When we embody that, even in a little tiny way, and we all can, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It's like, even if we've sworn off humanity and we've moved into the forest with the squirrels and the deer and the rabbits and the skunks, and we don't have a big platform, or if we have a platform of millions of people and social media or podcasts or whatever, it is the same work. Our courageous soul, our courageous presence is doing the same thing, because we are like acupuncture needles in the whole meridian energy system of the planet and of this whole creation. So even if you're very quiet, have a very quiet life, and you don't feel like you're doing much at all, it doesn't matter. You are still like this acupuncture needle in that particular place, appointed by your soul and infinite wisdom to be there in that particular place as that particular expression that is unique, that will never come again. It's quite astounding when you let that in. There is nothing wrong with any of us. We are so incredibly courageous to be here. And to be with this grand drama, to live in the middle of an epic saga like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, we're all the different characters in those movies. We are living in the midst of it. And it's not for the faint of heart at all. But that courage to be, to open, to sit with the pain of yourself, of the world, of your lineage, of the nature, everything is quite an astounding act of courage. So can we be that courageous and that present? And because words have such power, let's do a repeat after me. So I will say a sentence or a part of a sentence, and you repeat it out loud after me. I forgive myself completely for everything throughout all time, space, and dimension. Knowing now that this wonderful awakening wasn't possible until now, I thank everyone who has traveled this life path with me for their tolerance, patience, kindness, and assistance. I now choose to live in unshakable trust that Source is working in and through me, and in and through my life, through this character called, and you can say your name, it's working in me in the most brilliant, efficient, and beneficial ways that delight my heart and the whole universe. Why not? There are other options to hold it in a different way, but why not like this? Nothing prevents us. We're not obliged to keep believing in the old programs that we have learned. We're really not. We can, like that song said, this is the day. We can throw it all away. But again, it takes courage, and that's the true love, is to recognize that I don't need to be in guilt or shame or self-deprecation or self-loathing or blame myself for what I've done in the past. I don't need to do that anymore. Yes, it was good to experience all of that. That gave valuable data to the source of all things that wanted to explore itself in all these different ways. But it doesn't need that data anymore. It's already got it. Kids, come on, let's let it go. It's already, Source has already got all negative data that you ever imagined. We don't need to generate that anymore. It needed that for a while. It needed all data, good, bad, horrible, blissful, amazing, all of it. That whole stew of your human experience, of planets destroying themselves, being birthed, it needed all of that data to explore itself completely. But does that mean we have to keep going with that? No. How about we all, I created a spaceship even a long time ago. I took a photograph of a rainbow while I was recording my CD Benediction. That was many years ago. And it's in our wilderness. I live in the wilderness. And it was a beautiful picture. And when I transferred that picture into my computer, I went, oh my God. I wish I could share it right now, but I didn't prepare for that. But it was a heart of lights in the sky. So 3 lights formed themselves into a heart with a big trail of light under it. It was like a message, and I'm understanding it only now much, much more. That message appeared in the sky. So shortly after that, I made a collage with myself being beamed up into my own beautiful spaceship. And so I want to, and in that spaceship, there is just no other frequency but wholeness, love, cooperation, and that doesn't mean perfection. Nobody needs to be any different. You don't need to be different than you are. You only need to change slightly your attitude toward yourself and each other and this world. You get it? I can get very passionate talking about these things. So I want to invite you to come on my spaceship, and we're going to fly around the planet. And while we're doing that, we're just going to bring that frequency of love and light and beauty onto planet Earth. We're just beaming it. All we have to do is intentionally beam it to the planet. And we can laugh and have fun and share. And my spaceship has all kinds of amazing things. It's a biological ship. It's not a mechanical ship. It has all kinds of healing energy. So you can just let go of every idea of sickness, imbalance, disharmony, pain, sorrow, fear, shame, guilt, everything. Just it's been left outside. So the spaceship itself, just purifying. It's purifying. And I want to invite you to come there often, because it's not just for myself. I built it for all of us. So you go there as often as you need a break. If there are still some remnants of strange, distorted energies left in the psyche because we've been programmed for a whole lifetime, it's okay. Just keep coming to that spaceship. Okay? And keep breathing. Focus on each breath at a time. You are fine the way you are. You are adorable. Absolutely adorable. And you are so loved beyond the wildest imagination. Yogananda used to say, if you only knew how much Source Divine loves you, you would die for joy. And I can relate to that. I could relate to that. So, my dear beloveds, I really hope that this message touched something in you, in your heart, to release some ancient burdens and baggage, and that you will let it resonate within you for the rest of this day and then the rest of this life. And that is my deepest wish, and I love you. Thank you.
We love you and we thank you. Ooh, that was beautiful. There's so much to unpack, and yet sometimes we just need to let it settle for a moment, you know? Wow. If anybody has a question, comment, thoughts, go ahead and drop them in the feed. I love I just put in the chat, you are adorable and loved. There's just something so like sweet about that, but why it resonates and I love it so much is that I think we can get, even when we're talking about we have a connection to spirit, we are one with the presence, there can still feel like this separation, loftiness or something. But when you say something like, you know, the, beloved spirit feels you're adorable and you're so loved, it's like so personal and gentle and sweet. There's just such a sweetness about that. And it's like you feel that in your soul, like, yes, okay, I get that. Does anyone else feel that way? Does that make sense? So thank you for using the language that you do. I think it's important to make those connections. So thank you, thank you. I so love this spaceship idea. I'll be on the spaceship with you. We'll move into the Zoom room and really get in the spaceship in about half an hour. That's beautiful. I love that idea too, because it gives our minds are so busy sometimes, so it gives our minds something to think it's doing, like, so we're not actually doing, but I'm going to move into the spaceship and I'm going to be in a different space when I'm there. It's really a
I,
great tool.
it is a great tool, and if I can, I'm going to pull
Yes,
it up. I'm going to pull it
please.
up in screen share so you
Oh,
can see
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And in
yes.
that photo, you will see the heart in the sky that actually I did not Photoshop it. This is the original
So,
picture.
yes, we
Just
want to see.
it's quite amazing. So let's see screen share. Here we go.
These days of AI and Photoshop, it's
Yeah,
hard to.
exactly. No, I took the picture. Otherwise, I would doubt it too. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
The
Yeah, the
can
heart.
you? Oh, the heart up there.
Yeah, the heart of lights in the sky.
Yes, 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 yes.
That's what appeared next to the rainbow.
Wow.
And
Something.
I just inserted the spaceship and the being beamed up.
I love it. My goodness. Wow. Oh, and I so appreciate that we talked about, forgiveness. I think that's always the place to start, and usually forgiveness of self. Um, Important piece there. Dave says, drop the mic, no words, love is. Oh, that's Michael J. Michael J, welcome, welcome. Bob says, let's take that spaceship and go traveling. Yes. Dave says, love and blessings, Angelica. Sonia says, whoosh.
That's
That's great.
great.
That's great. Um,
Whoosh. I like that. That
uh-huh.
says it all.
Yes. Luenda says, thank you for your beautiful and loving message, Angelica. I like the idea of letting go of past negative messages. Yes.
Mhm.
I think um something Angelica said, where did I write it down? Oh, we can come to release ancient burdens and baggage. So let's just talk about that for a minute. Um, I don't think I can stop the share. You might have to.
I can't stop it. Here we go.
Okay. I think this is important to just touch on. Thank you, Luenda, for bringing this up, letting go of past things, because past thing can be past in our life past or past stuff we carry into this life. And sometimes we might get so caught up in trying to figure out what all that is, and we really just need to get to the point of releasing it. Like, we don't always have to know. What would you say about that, Angelica?
So one of my teachers, he said that all that stuff is the ancient mind of humanity.
Mm,
It's not personal. See,
yeah.
the only difficulty we have is we take it personal.
Mm,
But in truth, they were experiences. So imagine there is a pure, innocent being coming into the density and the distortion of a world. And there's all kinds of theories why it's so distorted. Whichever one
mm,
fits for you is fine, right? But it's not a victim thing, actually. Yes, there are influences that have programmed us in a negative way, but in a way, the hero's journey, the hero needs that push, that challenge to grow, right? So in a way, I've needed all the challenges in my life to grow to this place, and it keeps going, and it's endless. I don't think it ever ends. But what all those ancient things, those programs, they are part of the ancient collective mind of humanity. So it's like a
mm,
data bank. But the data bank is still active because our nervous system is programmed to tune into that. That's
right.
why so many, the news is so dramatized, and we like the drama. That nervous system is used to that. I
Mhm.
have a friend that had experienced such severe abuse, and she says, when I'm peaceful, I don't know what to do. It's boring. It's weird because her
Yeah,
system is so used to the inflammation and agitation. And so
right.
basically, if we can just keep focusing on what is true in us, so the ancient mind stuff it's just not
Mhm.
even ours. It's just something
Right.
humanity was experiencing. So you have permission. You're worthy You're totally worthy to let it go. You have no more obligation to experience any of it, to carry any of it. You can just simply drop it like you would drop a hot potato, right?
Right.
You know, I mean,
Right. Yeah.
honestly.
Yes. Thank you for speaking to that. I think it is an important piece for us sometimes to understand that um, there's stuff going on that isn't necessarily ours to carry and hold.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, Michael J. I'm all in. Where do I get my ticket? That's cute. Pat says, Kenzie, we are all part of lights. Yes, I love that, Marianne. Your soul, Pat says, your soul has your VIP ticket. What? Your soul has your VIP ticket. Very, very cute. Clever, clever group we have here. Oh, I love this. I love this conversation. I love all of you so much. So we are going to move into the Zoom room for the workshop, Raising the Frequency, which I have a feeling is going to be a very impactful deep dive with this beautiful, beloved Reverend Angelica, because this space that she holds is so healing and nourishing. So I can't wait for this to unfold this morning. Michael J says, let go of the unknown. Yes. Yeah. I know. I mean, really, when we're talking about our nervous systems, and I think that's what they say when people begin to regulate coming out of a dysregulated state, maybe sometimes for their whole life, they feel so tired or bored because they're just not used to it. Yeah. So um, what is normal isn't necessarily the healthiest thing, but
Right.
we get accustomed to a certain chaos.
Yeah. And
We
you know,
can let that go.
there's another real good example, like you're driving on the freeway in a car very fast, and then you turn off the engine, and then the car will, oops, my little Merlin is again active. Ouch! That's my microphone. So then we turn off the engine, but the car will still drive for a while. It has the momentum. It will still keep going until it slowly fizzles out.
Yeah.
So it's just we're just gonna let it run out. It's taking its course,
Yeah.
and right now it's having its last hurrah on planet Earth.
I like that. Oh my goodness. Wow. We just I'm so grateful for this space. Everybody, thank you for being here and tuning in and being present, co-creating such a vibrant essence here. Thank you, thank you. If today's service, if our space supports you, if something resonated, if you feel a breath of softening and opening up, we invite you to participate in the sacred flow of giving and appreciation for our space here. And just know that your generosity sustains this community completely and allows this work of music and magic and healing and blessings to continue to pour out. So thank you for your conscious and generous um, being part of this circle of care and connection. We are grateful for you. We are going to close with our prayer of protection, and I'm going to share that on the screen with you right now. It should be popping up here, and I will have a copy of this prayer for everybody at our annual meeting on March 1st when I am there. So um, here it is. You can speak it out or just let the words vibrate within you. The prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. Power of God protects you. Presence of God watches over you. The mind of God guides you. The life of God flows through you. The laws of God direct you. Peace of God abides within you. The joy of God uplifts you. The strength of God renews you. The beauty of God inspires you. Wherever you are, God is, and all is well. Amen. Ashe. Thank you, bright beings of love, for being here. Thank you for your gentle, sweet presence in this space. And as always, shine on, bright beings of love. We're going to move into the Zoom room. You have about, let's say, 17-ish minutes and start coming into the Zoom room. I'm going to drop the link here in the Facebook live stream chat. It's also on our homepage, unityinspiredliving.org. You'll see a picture of Angelica and then the link into the Zoom room, and we are going to be raising the frequency. So come on, come all, invite everybody. Everybody's welcome. Neighbors, friends, family. I was going to say, since everybody's inside today, but you're not in South Carolina with the freezing. However, people want to join us. Thank you, Reverend Angelica, for your presence, for your essence. We are grateful for the blessing of you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We love you. We bless you. Shine on, bright ones. Mwah. See you in a few minutes.